All right, welcome to another game here. So we have Liho22 and Alpo, who, if you didn't watch, I just put a game up of him playing against Careful Tulip. Did a bunch of crossbows. Very good game. Very, very well played. He's playing as the Romans in this match. He's in the red. Romans, when you think about the Romans, they have plus 5% workers, like gather rate, all that stuff, build rate, everything. They do faster. So very good economy. Also, they have a great scorpion line. The scorpions are 50% cheaper, which is awesome. And they also have a minimum range reduced, and they have ballista, which gives them more faster attack, right? So really good scorpions if they get into them. Also, infantry armor upgrades are doubled, right? So they get plus 2 instead of +1, +4 instead of +2, etc., etc. I think they only get the first 2 though. Now DBS Elm, Alpo is like 8th, I think it was 8th on the ladder. DBS Elm is 3 on the ladder. So DBS Elm is no joke. Okay, DBS Elm is very high up there. They're playing as the Goths. Goths, they get instant loom, right? So these villagers already have loom on them. Yep, they already have loom. And they gather faster from the hunt. They carry more from the hunt, which is really, really good. They have incredible infantry. So they get their infantry, they produce faster. They're cheaper. And they can even produce even faster. They also have Huskarls, which are amazing against any kind of archer line, right? So you really don't want to go archers against the Goths. In this matchup, I'd say the Romans, if they get into the Scorpions, will be really good against the Goths, because Scorpions are really good against infantry, and assuming Goths are going to go infantry. But they both have really interesting eco bonuses early, especially for the Goths. It's going to give them a little bit of advantage in terms of res collected, should at least, for food. And then maybe overall res collected might be a little bit better for the Romans. So let's see how this plays out here. Both playing pretty much perfectly. 3 seconds of idle TC for DBS Elm, 0 seconds for Alpo. See, no loom there. It is nice when you have a civ like the Goths that you can get instant loom. I like getting loom early whenever I can. Depending on the map, this is Haboob. Haboob is, I feel like it's changed slightly. Like, I feel like these wood lines are a little farther away than they used to be. Basically, you have 2 wood lines kind of left and right of your base, like facing the opponent. And then your opponent is always on the other side. Then you have these bigger wood lines in the back, which you can't build in this little rocky area. So it's a little bit trickier to defend it, so. Lots of times you'll see lames on Haboob. Doesn't look like either player is doing it. We have a mill 1 away from the bears, which I started doing. I was criticizing players doing that. I'm still not sure. I think it depends how many villagers you have. If you only have 1 or 2, I think you're better right on the berries. If you're going to have, 5 or more, you're better off having 1 space away. That's my thought on it. I'm not sure if that's actually right, though. There's probably a Spirit of the Law video that tells you. But let's see how these guys are going to attack. This should be a really good game. This is there's no tournaments going on, so I want to watch some high-level games. And I think this is the way to do it. Just find the best players playing on the ladder, and I'm going to make some vids for them. Not for them. They don't care about the vids. Maybe they do. I don't know. But this is really for you, me, and everyone else. If you're watching this video, if you made it this far, congratulations. I'm going to give you the secret. There is no secret. I'm just going to ask you to subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. I'm at 54 right now as I speak this. Alpo with the thingamajig. But people are liking my videos lately, which I really appreciate because I like making them. So having people give me a little love and praise feels really good. And the more subscribers I get, the more vids I'm going to make. Keeps you motivated, you know? All right, we have Alpo on the way up, going up at 19 vills here. Elm clicked up a little bit later, but had a little bit of idle TC, so a little bit of an early mistake from Elm over here. Sending some more to wood, getting the mill up. See, they built the mill right on the berries, so we have 2 high-level players doing 2 completely different mill builds. We need to get to the bottom of this. I think this is more efficient, though, right? Because these vills, even though they're bumping into each other now, These vills can just gather, drop off, gather, drop off, gather, drop off. Whereas over here, they're gathered. This one has to walk all the way over there. This one has to walk all the way over there. They might bump a little bit. Having this one on this side, I think, would be good. Like, if you had 2 on this side, 2 on that side, I think this is more efficient. But the way this is here, which is the way it is a lot of the time because people don't always put their villagers in the most optimal places. Yeah, all the bumping. A lot of bumping going on. A lot of bumping going on. Whereas over here, let's just watch till they drop off. See that? Dropped off, right back. No bumping. Dropped off, right? Oh, yeah, that's nice. I can't speak. All right, we do have a man-at-arms rush coming in from Alpo. Alpo did the same thing against Tulip. But look at Elm. Elm is ready with their own man-at-arms. And Elm has the Goths. So these man-at-arms are going to be created even faster. Do they get in... Yeah. And they have a plus attack. So, I mean, you don't want to go infantry versus Goth infantry. Like, you're always going to be... Your infantry is always going to be worse than their infantry, right? So I think Alpo might have made a mistake trying to do a drush. It seems like that's their build order, and that's what they do, and they're good at it. But I think when you're going against a Goths and a good player with the Goths... That was weird. I heard the swords before I saw the swords. Elm with 3 kills already. I think it's a scout and 2 man-at-arms, and that's the first eco kill. So Alpo is in trouble here. And I think that Alpo can beat like 90% of players, 99.99999% of players doing the drush into archers like they did last game that I watched. But I think against a top player and against the Goths, you just can't do that. You have to go into something else. But they only made 3. The 3 are still alive. They're not making anything else. This gold is super inefficient. Alpo seems a little overwhelmed here. I don't know about this house right next to the village. Okay. They try to trap... I don't know what that was. They try to trap these guys in. Alpo's struggling right now, though. I feel for him, man. This Goth... The thing with the most civs when you do the drush, right? You're just making enough to go kill them. Whereas with the Goths, you're just making infantry the whole game. So you just keep making them. Like you don't have to stop at 3 or 4. Like, just keep making them. So he has 9 infantry for Elm here, and they are getting wheelbarrow, and they're going to try to go up to Castle at some point pretty soon. They don't have the food yet for it, but I think that's their plan. You don't usually see wheelbarrow that early. Maybe they were housed or something. Very early wheelbarrow. Maybe that's just their build order. I mean, they are pretty good. But I think if Alpo can get to Castle Age and make Scorpions, I think they have a very good advantage here. But getting there is a tricky part. And not building a mining camp on the gold. And Alpo only has 40 gold, so this is going to be really, really rough. They do have gold on the other side, so they can go to the other side and build a mining camp, but they lost their mill. They're kind of just stuck around their base farming. They're not taking any gold. Blacksmith coming up here. And they're still building man-at-arms. So, I mean, I guess they get double the armor, but I think I still give the advantage to the Goths. Goths get a +1 attack, so that kind of negates the double armor. And Goths can just make them faster and cheaper, so you're fighting, you know, fire with weaker fire, basically. They are going for the armor. So they're using their civs bonuses nicely. And they have a couple over in the backside. Where did these guys come from? So there's 3 man-at-arms here, and there's 3 man-at-arms here, but they're not getting any damage yet. And look at this. This must be something I don't know about. Elm is also taking their gold without a mining camp. And they have the wood for a mining camp, so I find that highly irregular. Mine comes, oh, it's only 100 food, 100 wood. I mean, it's not like you're doing that much. And that blacksmith got destroyed almost as soon as it went up. And these vendors are actually going back to defense, so Alpo kind of got the reaction that he needed. Bought him some time to get his economy figured out. You guys are going back. We have 4 man-at-arms out. So look at the stats in the bottom left here, if I can click one of these guys. So they have 3 armor and 6 attack, and these have 6 attack and 1 armor. Hang on, am I confused? Oh, I'm sorry. Their attack is versus buildings. I'm an idiot. My B. They don't get more attack. They just get attack versus buildings. So I still give the advantage in infantry to the Goths, of course, because they can make a lot more cheaper. But at least early with the armor advantage, actually, Alpo has a bit of an advantage here because there's no upgrades on the Goths. But they have the numbers, and they're still making a lot more. But again, I think as a Roman player, if you can just bide time until you can get the castle age, that's where your advantages come in. That's where your eco bonuses are gonna kind of kick in a little bit more. You know, doing 5% more for the entire game is a lot, but it's down 4 villagers, so I think that Alpo is just trying to kind of bide some time here. It looks like just keep Elm busy. Elm is on the way up to Castle Age. In situations like this, I favor the player who goes to Castle Age first. Alpo is housed. Down to 3 vills. Okay, there's a handful of weak man-at-arms, but not that many. Okay, so now that I understand that I was wrong about the attack bonus here, it's attack towards buildings. Idiot. So it's attack towards buildings, so I mean, you can take out buildings, but they come out so fast. So I guess early on, Alpo does have a man-at-arms advantage in terms of like unit versus unit. But, you know, in terms of cost, not so much. And that's it. That's the GG. I was expecting a little bit more of a fight there. That's okay. All right. I'm going to make this a 2-parter. Hold on one second. All right. I'm going to bring you a game 2 here because that game 1 was not as satisfying as I would like it to have been. So we have game 2. We have DBS Elm playing as the Bengalis. They are in the lovely color gray. Let me see. Can I change that? I think I can change that. How do I change that? Yeah. Boom. I'm going to change them. I'm going to keep Liho blue. We're going to change DBS Elm to red. There we go. All right. So DBS Elm is playing as the Bengalis, and they are going up against AX Liho22, who's playing as the Cumans. Cumans have the main bonus is they can build 2 town centers, a second town center in feudal age. So they can get a really good boom. You cannot let them boom, right? That's the big thing. The mounted units also move faster, and their archery ranges and stables are cheaper. Kip checks are also really good. They're like archers they're like mounted archers, basically. They're cav archers, right? Now the Bengalis get you extra villagers when you get to the next age. So you get a nice little bonus from that. Not as good as the Cuman bonus of having a second town center, right? Elephant units get minus 25% bonus damage, which is really nice, and they're more resistant to conversions. And their monks are stronger with their melee and their pierce armor, right? And they get Rathas. Rathas are awesome. So both have pretty good civs. I would say really good civs, actually. I think Bengalis and Cumans are both really awesome civs. They both have good, like a good mixture of eco bonuses and of like military bonuses, right? So usually when you're playing the Cumans, you don't want to let them get to feudal without really putting some pressure on them. Liho, did I say this? I think I might have said this, but Liho is 18-11, which puts him 17th on the overall 1v1 controller ladder right now. It's pretty solid. I mean, very, very solid. I'd say any players in the top, like, 25 to 50 even are, like, all very solid. I mean, you might get a drop-off after, I don't know, like, More is 20th, right? More is amazing. Might get a drop-off after, like, the top 25 or so. But pretty much everyone in the top is very, very good. Except, I have some questions. I was looking at Treeman. Treeman only plays very low-level players. And Treeman, if you're watching this, I love you, bro. But you got to start playing some players at your level, okay? You can't. I don't know. I don't want to call you say you're dodging anything, but I did look at your win streaks, and it seems a little suspicious. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Pushing in some deer for Liho. And Elm with the little idle time there. Very little idle TC time for both of them. A little bit idle time here, so that's something to keep in mind. Pretty wallable map as far as like Arabia goes for Elm. They're pushing in deer from, that's pretty far away to push deer, but you gotta do it. You gotta do it. On this side, I think they already pushed their deer in, Liho. They were doing that pretty early, I thought. They were, and their scout is over here. Found some more deer. I don't think they're going to push those in. That's pretty far. But they are trying to find their opponent's base. And they are on the way to feudal age. 18 vills on the way to feudal age, so pretty quick. Elm is going up at 19 vills, 20 pop. And they are walling in. It's kind of rare, but you don't always see Cumans go to town centers right away. I think that they should, 90% of the time, but I've definitely seen them be aggressive. It kind of catches the opponent off guard, so that's why I think Elm is walling up here, just to be sure. But let's keep an eye on the res collected here, because I think that's gonna be the difference maker. We have barracks going up for Liho, and I think Liho is going to maybe get archers out. They don't have any on gold yet though, so let's see what they're gonna do. They have a barracks might just be to push back any scout rush. No, they're building a stable. They are gonna go scouts themselves. So they're not going to go for that second TC right away. They're going to hold off on that. I don't know what the ideal timing for the second TC would be. But Elm is definitely expecting some aggression. That's why they're walling up, and they have 3 vills out here now walling up. And they have Loom as well. And we had the man-armed rush coming from Elm here. And there's Bear. Bear did some work there. The Bear did some work. Alright, militia are now man at arms. Pretty good timing on that. Archery range coming up. So we're not going to see a second TC right away for sure. We're definitely going to see some aggression. And that archery range is not going to even start building. We can delete that foundation. It hasn't actually done anything yet. Delete the foundation and that house. Oh, it was a little too slow getting the house up. And the bills are running away. Go to quick walls for Liho. And man-at-arms are still walking around. Now they're going to go to here. They're kind of just doing like a counterclockwise loop. We have scouts trying to get into to Elm. Elm is not going to let these scouts in, it looks like. The scouts are going to have to wait outside the gate. But man, these quick walls are making me nervous. Like, you can put the walls up before that you're getting attacked, you know? Like, you don't have to wait for them to get there. And you're going to have to repair this wall. The palisade wall will go down. It is being repaired, though. And Liho is realized that they can't get any damage here, so Leo's going to head back to their base. Pretty good start for both of them. Farms going up for Liho. More quick walls. And 3 scouts, 1 weak versus... these are actually pretty weak. They're about half HP, all of these units here, including the scout. So these scouts could probably take them out. Depends on the micro. 1 down. Yeah, if they micro this, they should be able to take it. Now they have an archer there as well, helping out. Another archer. And Elm has stopped their production, so they're just trying to get up to the next age, it looks like. They should all be cleared up by Liho. Very good work. Very excellent work, Mr. AX Liho. I don't know what AX means. If AX is like a clan name or something. I know a lot of the Mexican players like play together, but I don't know if it's like a AX clan or that's just like a thing. Now I like what Liho did, but I don't know if I love that there's not a second TC yet. I mean, I guess it's you know, I don't play as Cumans enough to really know like what the best timing is for that. But that's like your main advantage. So I feel like you want to take advantage of your advantages when you have the advantage to take advantage of. Right now the eco for Elm is looking good, but they don't really have any army. A couple of skirmishers just to push these archers back, but definitely playing a little bit more on the defensive side. I like this wall being like far enough out from this gold though, and the skirmishers are going to come in and push these archers away. These archers won't be able to do any, shouldn't be able to do any real damage. Yep, good reaction from Liho here. Good game, man. This is back and forth. Now walls are coming up for Liho, and not a lot of military investments. Market coming up. Yeah, I mean, I feel like you're the Cumans. You should be making the second town center, but what do I know? You're not really using your advantage by not making the second town center in feudal, but I guess to go to castle and make it on the way up, maybe? I'm not sure. So you can still have it up a little bit earlier if you're still using your advantage. And these skirmishers and archers are still kind of just tickling each other. Not a whole lot going on there. We have Castle Age coming up for Elm, and no Castle Age left yet for Liho. So I'm not sure. You know, timing it's solid play for sure, but timing definitely could be a little bit better. I feel. They do have how many farms they have? 14 farms. It's pretty solid farming. Okay, deleted their lumber camp. They have a second one, so they can still get their upgrades here. Kind of building a town center. So they're going to have their second town center up before Elm is even in Castle Age, which is pretty good. Because Elm can't start building theirs until they're in Castle Age. So they're still using their advantage, but it's going to be like maybe a 2-minute advantage as opposed to what it may be a little bit more of an advantage, but we'll see. Now, where are these villagers going? These villagers, there are only 2 of them. I'm guessing they're going to build some sort of like siege or monastery or something. Yep, forward siege workshop. Liho just got the upgrade for the armor upgrade for cavalry. So they're probably gonna go knights, I would assume. And second town center is up, so let's see. The res collected is pretty much dead even right now. Elm does get those extra 2 villagers as soon as they're up. And about the same idle TCs. That will make a difference. They are up 2 vills now. And we have a forward siege and a forward stable. There's another stable back here as well. And rams and knights on the way. I like this a lot. I like this a lot from Liho. I think it's going to put a lot of pressure on Elm here. And Elm, I don't think, knows about this. Where's the fog of war here? Here we go. This is the fog of war. I think I can do it like this. I don't think that they see it, right? Okay, so this is what they see. So they don't know about that at all. They don't know about that at all. So that's huge. This is all like right in front of his base. Does not know about it. Siege Workshop already has 1 ram. It's going for another. We have a second TC. And elephant archers. Elephant archers are great, but I mean, rams and knights can be pretty darn good against elephant archers. You have to really mass these elephant archers, but they already have 10 of them. 10 elephant archers are terrifying. But what's going to kill the rams is and when will they find out about the rams? That's what I'd be worried about. But they are hiding these though. They're not showing. They have 12 elephant archers. They're not showing any. But we have knights and rams. That's the dream. Bengali elephant archers. Oh. Third TC going up for Liho. Liho is up 3 vills right now. Res collected is still pretty close. Liho is just barely taken off. And the elephant archers are going to come out. It's only 1 ram. I mean, that's a lot of elephant archers. How do you respond to this? How do you respond to this? And that's not enough knights. There's only 5 knights on the field. There's only 2 stables. Bloodline's coming in. And Liho sees it. So the forward buildings gave him the vision to know that these elephant archers are coming. These elephants are looking to find some damage, but now that they know the siege workshop is there, they're gonna have to build. I think they're gonna have to figure out a response for siege, because mangonels and rams can really hurt you, and that's what's coming out right now. I should find this kill. Got the kill, and they're building a university, Elm, so they'll be able to get ballistics. And this massive elephant archers has 4,000 HP. Almost, and there are 16 elephant archers, and they are marching archers. And these knights they have +2, so that's good, but they have bloodlines, so that's good. And these knights are just they're gonna take the fight. They're gonna take the fight. I think it's an ill-advised fight. There's too many elephant archers here. Monks would be a very good defense against elephant archers. You get a few conversions. Let's see, can they get one? Can they get the conversion? No. Monk is dead. You need more monks, and you need to have really good control. But mangonels are here. Mangonels can do work to elephant archers because they're so big and they're so bunched up. You can't miss them with shots. Mangonel goes down. One elephant archer down. Wow, all that and one elephant archer goes down. That's nuts. The elephant archer production has slowed a little bit now. There's still 2 coming out. So it's tough to keep that production up and build villagers, but let's see. They're on 2 TCs. Liho is up 20, almost 20 villagers right now. We have monks gathering in the monastery. Very good reaction from Liho. Archers are so tanky. 4 pierce armor after the upgrades. 230 HP on each one of them. And Liho is only basically focusing on monks, it looks like right now. The monks are the defense, which is the right defense. I don't know if Cuman monks are particularly good or bad. But the Bengalis, hold on, the Bengalis have... Yeah, they're more resistant to conversions too, so that's pretty sick for the Bengalis. So the monks don't convert them as easily. And Bill is pretty much back down to almost even. +4 for Liho. Mangonel's doing some work here. Elephant Archer's going down. I would be freaking out. I would not have this many villagers out working if I had this many Elephant Archers in my base. These guys are just built different. Elephants are going down. Elephants are going down over here. These elephants are trying to get in. Kind of separated. This is what you get. Four monks here. 1 conversion. 2 conversions. 3 conversions. I mean, that's what you need right there. The reason why monks are so good against elephants is because a monk costs you 100 gold, but the elephant costs, I don't know how much elephant costs, but it costs a lot. It costs food and gold. Or wood and gold? Elephants might be wood and gold. Because they're archers. But now he's got 3 elephants of his own. Nothing like Cuman elephant archers. And Mangonel goes down. This building's still here. It's getting pushed by Siege of Elm. And Elm is up 1 villager right now. They're on 3 TCs. They're both on 3 TCs. This is a great game. I'm happy I chose this game. So Elephant Archers are gathering in the middle. They're gathering by the watering hole. They gotta, they gotta drink. Eat some fish. Elephants don't eat fish. Elephants eat trees. Now archer range coming up from Liho. So Liho's gonna make skirmishers, I would imagine. Elite skirm coming in. Bodkin arrow coming in. Skirmishers are they still have a bonus, obviously, against elephant archers, and they're very cost effective. But I think elephant archers still, still can kill them unless you have a big enough mass. But villager numbers are about the same, but much higher army number from Elm. And Elm still just has a knight and the 3 elephant archers, so they're gonna go full into skirms, I would imagine. Oh, that was Liho I was talking about. Yeah, Liho doesn't have a whole lot of army to defend, so they have to kind of hope that their walls are just enough. And they don't have any more monks. A couple monks here would be able to convert. If these elephants get in again, it's gonna be a problem. Really good job re-walling. And they're going imp. They're going imp. Liho's going imp, and so is Elm. Elm's gonna be there first. Elm might not know it yet, but having like a forward castle or a forward base of some kind right now would be really, really good. And we have the converted elephant archers and the skirmishers coming out. Try to defend. It's only 20 Bengali elephant archers here. What's, you know, NBD. Is that a pike upgrade? Is that what that is? A pikeman upgrade? Yeah, that's a pikeman upgrade. Just came in for Elm. So I think that they're expecting cav, but there's no real cav coming. I don't know if they've seen any of these skirmishers yet. Liho's been pretty good about kind of keeping them back until necessary. Now they're going to see him though. But 99 villas from Elm. And they're regrouping here. I think they don't feel super confident about the push. They got the pike upgrade, so they definitely were a little confused about what to expect. I think they're expecting cav. Yeah, I like this forward cast a lot if it goes up. But this is kind of rotten timing for Elm here. Doesn't know that this army's coming out. And Steppe Lancers actually now for Liho. Steppe Lancers might be pretty good. They have a little bit of range. They're pretty weak against archers generally, but I think skirmishers could be the trash unit, and the lancers can be more of like the meat shield, I guess. Elm doesn't want to lose a lot of his elephant archers to skirmishers. They get these mangonels in there. That'd be good. The villagers are now building the castle. That's a great castle to treb from. No castle yet from Liho. I think Liho hasn't really been mining any stone, so I don't know if a castle is going to work yet for them. They've got enough stone just to build more town centers, but they haven't really massed up any. They only sent out 80 gold 80 stone right now. And this castle will be a very, very, very good forward push. I like this a lot for Elm. But the skirmishers are also getting on this hill. It's gonna be tough for Elm to push. Elm doesn't have to push that way though, unless you're worried about your base getting pushed. And a little slowly trickle of secondary castle here from Elm. I mean, Elm seems to have the advantage here, but these elephant archers can go down so fast to these skirmishers and at such little cost. If you're not paying attention for like a couple of seconds, all these elephant archers can go down, which is kind of what's happening right now. The hill bonus. The mangonel micro needs to be on point. Where's this treb going? The treb's... I hate that castle. That castle needs to be deleted and moved. You do not want to build that castle there. That castle will never go up, and if it goes up, it'll never stay up. Yeah, the skirmishers are pushing over here. They can't push under the castles. I mean, how do you react to this? Oh, this castle it breaks my heart. This castle is here. Where are the monks? Where are the monks? There are no monks. There are no monks. Thumbering just came in for Liho. Liho has the Vil lead. Yeah, this is why this castle. Not in Imp. Bracer coming in right now for Elm. These Bengali elephants with Bracer. They can become an elite too, right? And that's the push you want. Does Liho have a chance? Does Liho have a chance of, like, the one nice thing is they're very spread out. They have all these town centers. These are just pikemen. Like, pikemen in Imperial Age against knights or whatever are not necessarily the best. And these elephants, I mean, they're vulnerable to the skirmishers, which are so cheap. Liho has a great economy still. He's up 11 Vils on Elm. And we have a castle coming up for Liho here. He's gonna be able to tread down these castles from a hill too, which would be really nice. Like, these castles go down really quick. Get 3 or 4 trebs over here, these castles go down super quick. And with all these skirmishers here and just elephant archers, you really can't push much farther past this. You have to kind of trickle with the castles going forward. You have to build more castles. I don't know. I like both. Honestly, I kind of like Liho's position a little bit better here. Because the skirmishers kill everything. That's the problem. They kill the pike. They're only pikes. You're in Imperial Age with pikemen. That's not the best. And they kill the elephant archers. And apparently they even kill trebs. Apparently they're the best defense against trebs. Now center goes down. I think from Elm, I think instead of the pikes, as some raids come over here. The pikes, I mean, it could be on defense over here, I think, would be good. This is where the raids are coming in. You're very exposed in the back. Wow. You guys are expanding like so far. Pikes are coming in though. But these pikes will get eaten up by the skirmishers, get eaten up by the town centers, but they're causing a lot of chaos here. Okay, this is a good fight. Liho's still up on Vils though, even with this push. Res collect is it's like neck and neck. 53k to 52k. That's insane. These guys are so good. Mass exodus of villagers going out of the main base. This town center's getting trebbed, but I'm not really watching it, but there's raids over here. Okay, the pikes are out. Kipchak's coming out over here. Kipchak's raids, and Kipchak's will kill not only villagers, but they'll kill the pikes if they pay attention. But I like that because Liho's not really, doesn't have any gold right now. What did Liho spend all their gold on? Trebs? Elm just got bloodlines. All the elephant archers are dead. All the elephant archers are dead. And decides, let me get bloodlines now. Bloodlines, I mean, it picks elephant archers, right? They're mounted archers. That's funny. I bet you Elm regrets that. This push is kind of stalled out, but I think a lot of damage was done. Town center was destroyed. Liho still has a slight, like the most minuscule villager advantage. And Elm is mostly switching into light cav. Okay, I like the light cav. Light cav can kill the skirmishers. And you can take out this castle. Yeah, the Kipchaks won't be a problem. Light cavs are raiding here. Look how these buildings are still here. The stables was built like the first thing built. These villagers taking wood over here. Castle's gonna. If this castle goes down, it's gonna be a problem. Elm has a lot more resources banked up right now. They're sitting on 3,000 wood. And they've got the halberdier upgrade too, and they're making skirmishers. Yeah, I like that a lot. Skirms or skirms. Big raids going on over here. Big raids. And we got raids going on over here too. Everyone's raiding. These guys are so good. You can pay attention to your main push and also these raids. It's so tough. Liho's village population is going down. But so is Elm, she's not as fast. And that's a good raid right there. These halberdiers, they're getting there, but they're kind of out of position. Skirmishers getting attacked by some light cav, fighting back. And this castle did go down eventually. Leo's hanging on, but I feel like it's on the cusp. It's on the cusp. They have to get in control here. There's just raids everywhere right now. Raids on this side. Oh, and these skirmishers are taking castle fire too. That's bad. Some skirms over here. That's pretty much a full-on trash war. I think Elm just bought a bunch of gold though. Elm bought a bunch of gold to make trebs. And that's it. Elm is still on gold here. There's probably not a ton of gold left on the map. There's 9,000 gold. Do they see it? Do they have access to it? Alright, not a whole lot of raids coming from north to south anymore. Mostly south to north. Leo misclick building for militia. That's how you know you're in trouble, when you're misclicking on militia. Yeah, I think this is looking really good for Elm here. Yeah, I don't see a way. I don't see a world where Leo comes back. Great raids. Great fight though. Really, really good fight. DBS Elm is the third best player right now on the ladder. So if you're neck and neck with them for an hour almost, I mean, that's pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. I'd be proud. That's the GG. That's the GG. Yeah, 150 skirmishers made from Liho. I mean, I think Liho was doing everything right, just got beat by the better player, you know? That happens. Absolute great game, though. For the first, like, 40 minutes, it could have gone either way, for sure. You know, I think some of the raids on this side, I mean, they were timed pretty well. Just Elm had the pikes there. And Elm controlled those elephant archers really, really well early on for the push. Great game. All right, if you're still here, make sure you subscribe. Very important. And I'll catch you guys on the flips. See ya.